Hey there. So I came across an ad on my Facebook feed, and this is a clip of it. Here's the text on top, and then the picture. Um, a lot of these ads I get, they're they tend to be pretty misleading. Um, because they use words that most people don't understand fully, and phrases and concepts that most people just don't understand because they don't have the background, the digital marketing background. Excuse me. And they capitalize on people's ignorance. And so this one says Google My Business is the path of least resistance. SEO is trying to outsmart $1 billion company. Well, neither of those statements is accurate. They're both false statements. And so I thought I would take a moment just to kind of explain the difference between SEO and Google My Business. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Apologize for that. Um, because it just I don't personally. It's just kind of a pet peeve of mine, if not more than that, when people try to sell products and services by being misleading. And so it's just, if I can help, educate, then I want to do that. So two different concepts that work together: SEO and Google My Business. So um, SEO stands for search engine optimization, and I kind of got some bullet points here just so I can remind myself of what to talk about. I may not go in order. Search engine optimization is basically the process of getting your website to be ranked in Google's search. Um, and that's it. I mean, that's what it is. Okay. And so, like, if you search for something, when you go and you look for websites, let me just pull up a new tab here. So let's do house cleaners. I'll just do house cleaners in Atlanta. Okay. So the search results, depending on if you're on a phone, a tablet, or your computer, are going to look a little different, but they're going to follow the same trend. Okay. And so at the very top, the most, if you think about it like real estate, which it is, the very top real estate is the most valuable real estate, and that goes to the Google guaranteed, assuming that that industry has a guaranteed um, listing opportunity. Google doesn't have Google guaranteed for every industry. Okay, we're talking about service industries. Sorry, I'm kind of getting the crud here. Um, and so that's going to be at the very top, and these are paid. And typically, a year ago, these leads, like, so every time you click on one of these, the person running the ad gets charged. Okay, and the same with these ads right here. Okay. So what's the difference? Well, these Google quote unquote guarantees the company. And so technically, Google is saying that, like, if you get ripped off by this company, they'll reimburse you. Now, will they ever actually reimburse you? Who knows? I doubt it, but whatever. And so to get the green check mark, you have to show proof of insurance, your business license, and you have to do a background check. There's a few hoops you have to jump through. So I have this for our business. Typically, these leads cost between $20 and $24 a lead. This time last year, they cost between 12 and $14 a lead. So $20 to $24 a lead, that's really not worth it on the math. And I've done another post about that. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, that you can look up. These are the Google AdWords. Okay. Google AdWords is completely different than LSA or Google local service ads. These are two different platforms, um, and two different cost structures. Okay. Um, Typically, AdWords tend to be more expensive, but the cost of the service ads have gone up quite a bit. And these are a lot more effective than these ads. All right. So then that brings us to the map listing. Okay. Now, if you're on a phone looking at this, then you know that the map goes on top and then three listings, possibly a fourth with an ad right here. Sometimes it's an AdWords ad, and sometimes it's a LSA or Google Listing Services ad. Okay. Um, it just depends on what Google is showing. So it's kind of interesting. House cleaners in Atlanta, Georgia, and Google is showing a dry cleaner ad. So that's not optimal. So like Google's algorithm is a little funky right there. All right. So right here though is this is all free real estate. These three. Okay. This real estate is 100% free, and it's awarded to the businesses that are most aligned with Google's ranking algorithm. Now, what's in Google's ranking algorithm? What do you mean by that? Well, there is a long set of factors or criteria that Google looks at to decide who gets to rank ahead of other people. All right. No one knows what that is. It's proprietary and Google doesn't share that information. But through testing, you can kind of figure it out. And there's businesses that bigger businesses and people who do SEO for a living who spend a lot of time and money testing stuff out. And so they kind of figure out what works and what doesn't work. I can tell you right now, one of the top things that gets you in the Google listings is your reviews. And so you look here, the reviews, all three of these companies have a lot of reviews. Now, this here is called the organic listing or the SERPs, SERPS. Uh, I forgot, search engine result. I don't remember. I forgot what it stands for. Um, Anyways, this is typically just referred to as the organic listing. These are the websites. Okay. So when you search for house cleaners in Atlanta, Georgia, Google thinks that these are the best websites to show you. Now, if you notice here, Atlanta Green Maids is the second ranked website behind care.com. And on most of these, it's going to be national companies like care.com, Yelp, Angie. Two Maids and a Mop is a franchise. Thumbtack is obviously crap who should be out of business and probably in jail. Molly Maid is a franchise. Maid Brigade is a franchise. And then Powder Puff Maids is a local company. So this is a result of SEO, okay? Search engine optimization. So what they did on the website got them ranked here. It also helps them get ranked here. Okay. So let me go back to that thing I put up. All right. So you understand the difference between Google My Business, which is the map listing, and SEO, which is the organic listing. So it says in this ad, Google My Business is the path of least resistance. Actually, that is 180 degrees wrong. Google My Business is actually the hardest thing to rank depending on the level of competition. Okay. And SEO is trying to outsmart a multi or a billion-dollar company. That's not true. It's not accurate. You can never outsmart Google, nor should you try. And the people who rank here aren't outsmarting Google. They're not trying to outsmart Google. They're just trying to give Google what they want in order to get their website shown. Okay. So Google is pretty consistent about if you do these things, then we're going to show your website to more people based on the search results right here. Okay. They're pretty consistent about it. The catch is just trying to figure out what it is they want. And so there's different ways, of course, to learn that. And that's not the point of this video. But I just want you to see that these types of statements are just completely false. All right. So what is SEO? Well, there's two different components to SEO. There's on-site and off-site. On-site SEO is the stuff that you do to your website. It's the content that you put on your website. It's the way that you build your website. It's the titles that you use on your website. It's the headers that you use on your website. It's the text and the copy, the writing that you use on your website. It's the way you link pages on your website. All of those different things matter. And that all goes into SEO. Those are all factors that Google looks at when the algorithm, the bots crawl your website. That's what it's called. Okay. Um, and there's also an offsite component, which essentially is referring to backlinks. And a backlink is when another business has a link on their website back to your website. Okay. And so there's two different good backlinks. There's industry related backlinks and location related backlinks. So an industry related backlink would be, for example, like let's say you buy all of your cleaning supplies at a janitorial company, for a janitorial supply company, in your city, or through a website or whatever. If you were to get a backlink on their website, that would be an industry related backlink, and that would be a very powerful backlink. Similarly, a location related backlink would be a backlink from like somewhere in your city where you do business. So, for example, my daughter first started our company. Uh, she got some momentum going on Facebook, and a news lady saw it and did an article on her, like just a little feature story kind of deal. And they put it on the news and they put it on their website. And on their website, they put a link to our website. That's a local uh, or a location based backlink. And that was a very powerful backlink. And that helped our website a lot to get that backlink. So that's what SEO is. I mean, that's like the 5-minute version of SEO. And understand that you could spend hours and hours and hours explaining what SEO is. Okay. Um, but that's the 5-minute version of it. So you have Google My Business, and again, like this ad says, it's not the path of least resistance. There's only, just look at it on this real estate, and just again, think of it as real estate. There's 3 free spots. There, how many cleaning companies do you think are in Atlanta? I mean, I don't know. I would guess hundreds and hundreds, but I don't know. And there's only 3 spots available. This is like Malibu beachfront property. It doesn't get, or a Manhattan condo overlooking Central Park. This is the most prime real estate that there is. It is not the path of least resistance. It is what will make you the most money, though. Getting ranked here is where the calls are. And that's how we generate, 40 to 50 calls a day for our business, is because we are ranked in these map listings. Um, so I hope that helps explain it a little bit, so that when you see ads like this, you're not like tricked into buying or just being misled, because stuff like this is just garbage. I mean, it's not accurate, and it's unethical to take advantage of people's ignorance. So, anyways, there's no, just going down my little bullet point list here. There's no such thing as outsmarting Google. Google employs scientists, like straight up legit scientists, who have PhDs from places like Stanford and Harvard and Caltech. Like I had a guy at my church who went to work for YouTube, which is part of Google, and I don't even know what he did. I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't understand it. I mean, a smart dude. You're not outsmarting Google. You just got to learn what Google wants and give it to them, in that sense. Now, how do you get? Let me. Whoop, yeah, there's my tab. So, how do you get your business ranked here? Well, I'm not going to give away all my information because I sell it to people, but the one thing I'll tell you in this video, just to kind of give you a snapshot, is, well, I'll tell you 2 things. Success leaves clues. Okay. So I would encourage you, if you're on if you're trying to figure this out for yourself and you want to learn, good for you. Good luck. I would look at who's doing well and try to figure out what it is they're doing and copy it. There's one business here that is listed at the very top of the map listings and at the top of the organic listings. Atlanta Green Maids. Okay. They're doing something right. And I'll say this, in order to get into the map listings, you have to have your listing in organic on point. Okay. It doesn't mean you have to be ranked in the top on the first page, but it means that your organic SEO, excuse me, has to be on point. All right. So let me just show you a couple tips real quick. So let's go to Atlanta Green Maids because they're obviously doing something correct. And you can tell just by the way their website's built that it's professionally done. And I know the company that does this, and you can see, you just scroll to the bottom and you can see there's K3 Tech Technologies. They're a legit company. They know what they're doing, and I can guarantee you that Atlanta Green Maids pays them a lot of money because they're making them a lot of money. Okay, so and just as kind of a side sales pitch, I teach you, not you, but I teach in my group everything that K3 Technology knows how to do. I just teach you everything. Like I teach you all of that because my stuff, just I'm just being honest, it ranks as well as this one does, if not better, because my website ranks in multiple cities, not just one. Um, so, anyways, this is obviously a professionally done website. It's really slick looking, but looking good doesn't get it ranked. Okay. I'll tell you what get well here, let me go back. This is called the site title. This is the first thing that Atlanta or excuse me, that Google sees. So they're going to see Atlanta and Maids together, and then they're going to see number one rated. That's probably not accurate, but whatever. I mean, who rates it? Like, Atlanta, Georgia house, and then it cuts it off. Okay. And there's tools you can get to see all the back end information. How, but I can tell you, it probably says Atlanta, Georgia house cleaning company. Okay, that's the first thing that's important. That's called your site title. All right. Now, if you go back here to the website, this this is just a picture. Okay. Nothing here is important other than it's a call to action to get people to, customers to take action. But as far as the ranking goes, look at this information here. Just take a second and read it. Top rated Atlanta cleaning services. That's not the name of their company, but it is a very important keyword. And this is an H1 header. That's just the technical term for it. And so they have Atlanta cleaning services. That's probably a search term that's pretty popular. And it's also what helps them get ranked. Okay. And so keep going down. Quality Atlanta maid service. All right. Just keep going down. What separates us from other Atlanta cleaning services? So you can see in all these headers and headlines that they're using the location and then the primary keyword cleaning services or maid service. The one that they haven't put on here is house cleaning services. Um, See what customers around Atlanta location say about us. Right? A little about us. Now, check this out. Atlanta Maids, Google reads that, is a family owned and operated Atlanta cleaning service, right? One of Atlanta's largest and top rated cleaning companies. You see how they keep putting the location and then the keyword or the keywords over and over again. Okay. That's a clue. I mean, you should pay attention to that and copy it and put that on your website as well. So, um, let's see. Bottom line, where do the calls come from? So, what I mean by that is for cleaning companies, some of the calls will come from the ads, but most of the calls will come from this free real estate right here. And that's what makes this most important, because people will look here, look at the number of reviews and your rating, and they'll call you. That's why these top three are so important, and that's why, again, my sales pitch here. That's why this information, knowing how to do this, is so valuable. So, anyways, I hope that helped a little bit. I hate seeing this kind of nonsense. People just being dishonest, and taking advantage of people. So, hopefully, you're a little more informed now, about how some of this works. So, good luck. Talk to you later.